going to be extremely dramatic. In my playtest games against Jerry, he rolled a 3, and then I rolled Snake Eyes. So,
like, well, that's better, right? Obviously.
But both players going to 6 cards here. Andrew Morrow claiming that he hasn't lost a game in a while.
Yeah.
And
Doesn't remember what it's like, and Adam's like, I'll remind you. I'll remind you what it's like to lose a game.
I mean, game 1 here that strongly favors Adam. Games 2 and 3, I think Andrew has a significantly better fighting chance.
Yeah. Everybody having a good time around there. There's I see from here, John Medina over there, Mark's son, bunch of the local guys.
Yeah, the Cincinnati area has, you know, been a training ground for many Magic players of, you know, great talent. People like Ben Weinberg, another
who almost made top 8 of the Pro Tour, I think.
Yeah, top 16 finisher at the Pro Tour this weekend. Congratulations to him.
Yeah.
Cincinnati native. Unfortunately, we couldn't have him here this weekend.
Yeah, I was pulling for him. Make top 8.
Well, top 16 at a Pro Tour is nothing to scoff at, though.
Yeah, for sure.
High fives. All right, and Prosak's going down to 5 cards.
They're having a good time, though.
Ooh, they put the trophy on the table.
Oh.
That's the way to be.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
the
like
trophy
it.
needs to be on the table.
I like it.
You need to know that you're playing for something. You know, when somebody wins a game, it moves a little bit closer to them. It's like a
Oh, I
tug of
like
war.
it. Yeah, just inches closer. Oh, it's leaning this way. What's it
I like
smell
that. See,
like?
I like Andrew's response, you know? Adam grabbing the trophy, kind of a sign like, all right, this is mine.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to take this. And Andrew picks it up right after he puts it down, like, hey, I'm going to pick it up too. No problemo, amigo.
Andrew pours his drink into it and drinks out of it and puts it back.
Why don't we use this as a cup for now?
Yeah, it's just for this game. I mean, this bottle's really, you know, awkward.
And a turn 1 Cabal Therapy. Adam targets himself.
And names Breakthrough.
No, he names Stinkweedum.
Oh, that would make more sense. I was like,
Yes.
why would he name Breakthrough? Yeah.
Now, I think Adam's just going to draw for his turn here. Oh, no. Just go ahead and dredge. And no dredger. Yep, and, ooh, breakthrough for 0.
I mean, he didn't just discard it. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Just felt like discarding my breakthroughs.
Brainstorm. Now, do you bother countering this? With a Force of Will? I guess if you have a Daze, it's fine, but...
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Andrew Daze several times.
I think I just let
key
this
moments,
resolve.
and if he can dig into a Daze, I mean, maybe that's what he's doing. Just maybe I can dig into a Daze, and if not, well, maybe it resolves. But yeah, see, I think he let it resolve there. Didn't see the Daze that he wanted. I don't think he has a Force either, so. And Lion's Eye Diamond, Breakthrough, and Faithless Looting, Careful Study, somehow end up right next to each other like they're buddies. Icarid, Imp, Breakthrough, Coliseum, City of Brass, and then possibly something under the Legacy Finals box there. Yeah, okay, another Careful Study and the Cabal Therapy.
Andrew Moore with a Stoneforge Mystic. Let's see what he finds here. There are a few different interactions here with Stoneforge Mystic. Yeah, finding the Batter Skull seems like a pretty good play. By moving the Batter Skull, you get a creature to die, and that will kill your opponent's Bridgeford Blows. That's a sorcery speed way to effectively do that. Another thing you can do is you can just pay 3 mana and return the Batter Skull to your hand. That will also make the Journ token die. So that's an instant speed way to do that. But yeah, that's an interaction that's important to realize that you have against Dredge when you're playing a Stoneforge Mystic deck in Legacy.
I like it. It's a very, very cool interaction. And some main deck hate, really.
Yeah,
when you think about it.
You know, there's a lot of like incidental main deck hate against Dredge decks that a lot of players don't even realize they have.
Mog Fanatic, things like that.
For example, Mog Fanatic. exactly. All right, so Adam going to be attacking for 2, and then flashing back a Cabal Therapy. He doesn't have any Bridge from Belows in his graveyard, so he won't be getting any zombies right now, but he's going to get to see Andrew's hand, and it's a pretty good hand that he sees.
Yeah, presumably he named Batterskull since it's in the graveyard now.
Yeah, and Adam certainly recognizes that Batterskull is one way that Andrew's deck can interact with him.
Yeah, so it looks like double Swords to Plowshares and 3 lands. So that, I think 2 fetch lands and a...
I think that might also be a Knight.
Oh, no, that's a Knight. You're right. I thought that was a land for some reason. Yeah, you're right. It's a Knight of the Reliquary in between 2 Swords to Plowshares. And
now Adam's left with just an Archamoeba, and if I'm Andrew here, I snap Swords to Plowshares that Archamoeba on my turn, and then cast just nothing. I guess you could play Knight, but
yeah, it looks
you
like
don't have a
that's
main
what he's
deck.
going for.
You don't have a main deck Bajuga Bog. Yeah, I guess it's
Still wants to
unlikely
beat
that he
down,
loses
yeah.
here, but it depends on how Adam chooses to play this game.
So did he flashback a second Cabal Therapy? Is that what happened? Because I know he cast 1 Cabal Therapy, right?
Oh,
and then
he
flashed 1 back, getting the Batterskull, right?
Yeah, and then he must have flashed back
another one to get the
to get both copies of Swords to Plowshares,
yeah.
and that would explain why. Ooh, and Adam draws the top card of his deck, and that's a Careful Study. That's about as good as it gets here, right?
Absolutely. All right, so takes some pain from the city, dredges a bit,
attacks with an Archamoeba, and a Wasteland on that City of Brass is going to mean that Adam's gonna have to win with what's in his graveyard alone. Trying to top deck lands when you're playing dredge is kind of a big chore.
Yeah, tough order. How many lands are in the dredge deck? I'm looking at Scott Ruggerio's list. I'm not going to find out there. Andrew, Peter, where did we had his list right in front of us?
Yeah, we definitely just.
I probably moved it. There, I cut right to it.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
How did I get down there?
I think I must have been putting all the.
Well done,
lists
flipping
in
to
right
it though. All right, and Adam returns an Icarid back to play, and attacks with Icarid and Narcomoeba here.
So just 14 lands in Adam's dredge list.
Which is pretty standard for a deck like that.
Yeah.
Andrew sacrificing a fetch land. Let's see what he finds. And it's another tropical island. Andrew's going to attack with both of his guys.
How big is that Knight now?
That's pretty big. Yeah.
All right, we're going to see some Icarid action here from Adam.
Yep.
And a dredge. Oh, it's a bridge. It's another bridge. It's a dread return.
Double bridge.
Double bridge dread return after dredging the Golgari Grave Troll back into his hand.
And he's attacking for 4, but I don't think he has another Cabal Therapy in his yard. If he did, he'd be fine, but...
He gets 2 zombies.
Yeah,
when
those
the
2
Icarid
zombies
goes
are gonna
away.
do a little bit of work. And,
Elspeth make the Night Fly attack.
That'd be just about as good as he gets here, but
And he does
unfortunately
not
for
play
Andrew, he
Elspeth.
does not play Elspeth.
Kibler would be ashamed.
Yeah, Kibler would not be very happy that there's no Elspeth.
Kibler
in this
loves
deck.
the Elspeth.
I mean, I love the Elspeth too. I think
Yeah.
it's a pretty nice one. Alright, and a Golgari Grave Troll being dredged back. Let's see what he finds. Yeah, and it's a good thing for Andrew that ooh, but there is a there's a dread return now, right?
Yeah, there's a dread return.
Okay.
And Archamoeba in.
And Narcomoeba is going to drop Andrew to 5 now. Alright, Andrew continuing to develop his board with these knights. Now, if he had this Bajuga Bog in his main deck, he would be
He'd be
you
in
know,
good shape right
he'd
now.
be in very, very good shape right now.
Removing Adam's land and then his graveyard.
But, yeah, unfortunately for
really
him,
nothing.
he does not have that.
Yeah, not something. And they're the third and fourth bridge, I believe.
Ooh. It looks like that Mulligan 5 from Adam. Not the end of the
Mattered
world.
little, yeah.
Yeah, that careful study that he was able to draw off the top was a massive help to him. And it was the only dredge step he used that wasn't an actual dredge, and the only draw step he used that wasn't just used for dredging. So he got pretty lucky ripping the careful study there, but you know, you have to play for the win, and Adam figured out exactly what he had to do here.
Now,
Yeah.
there's
a decent
ton of
number
zombies.
of zombies there.
And you can almost hear them from here. Saying brains.
Brains.
Yeah,
A horde of zombies.
yeah.
A zombie apocalypse, if you will, happening.
Yeah, an army of the damned, if you will. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
Andrew's
scoop 'em
gonna
up.
go ahead and
Adam takes
pack this
game
one
one.
in. Adam up 1-0. And Morrow still in good spirits.
Yeah, I mean,
Saying to himself, I have Tormod's Graves and I have a Jukabog.
I've got a
Whatever.
sideboard.
Yeah.
I have two
We'll
more
get 'em
games
next
to play
time.
here. All right,
And
we're back.
hey, how are you guys? So we're in between games 1 and 2 here at the Star City Games Legacy Open in Cincinnati, the finals. We're going to ask you guys a trivia question now. Tweet your answer to this trivia question to hashtag SCG Premium, and we're going to pick one of the people who has the correct answer to this trivia question to win a free badge to Gen Con.
Sounds good. I got a question.
You have another question?
Yeah, I have one.
Sure,
I'm good.
go ahead.
All right, so to win a shot at a badge to Gen Con, tweet your answer with the hashtag SCG Premium. We watched Chris Anderson earlier,
We did.
and he was playing very tight, and it was very impressive win with the deck he was playing. But
He's winning and it was a really impressive match.
it was. I'm having trouble remembering what deck he was playing.
Yeah, maybe you guys at home could help him out. Could you tell him
Yeah.
what deck?
What deck was Chris Anderson playing?
Yeah.
So you could win a free Gen Con badge, and you can visit the whatever that burger place is you were talking about.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even. It's just a steak and shake. Like, it's just joking around.
So yeah, tweet your answer with SCG Premium hashtag in the tweet. Again, you don't have to tweet it at SCG Live. SCG Live. I'm sorry. You have to include SCG Premium though for us to see it.
But if you want to tweet it to everybody you know, including SCG Premium, that's fine.
Yeah, that'll work.
We'll accept it.
That'll work. Tweet it at Lady Gaga, and
And maybe she'll head over
include the
here.
hashtag, and we'll still see it.
Yeah, but then she'll like sue Wizards for copyright infringement because they printed Elishnorn, you know?
I don't know. Okay, don't tweet it at Lady Gaga then.
Anyone
Justin
else.
Bieber. How's
Anyone
that?
else. Justin
Tweet
Bieber.
it at Justin Bieber.
All right, Queer and Ranger. Come on. Kidding.
That's good though. It's not one I've seen before. Didn't notice that one. So these guys going to the sideboard, and I think it's pretty clear what Andrew brings in. He wants the Tormod's Crypts. He wants the Bajuka Bog. Does he want anything else? I mean,
I don't think so. I
think he's good, really.
like, you might want to bring in the Spell Pierce. It's it's a pretty effective way to interact with the cards like Breakthrough, Careful Study, Faithless Looting. However, I mean, I guess he has a lot of cards that are just close to dead in his deck.
looking at Adam's list here, he's got access to what looks like a Reanimator sideboard. I mean, obviously, it's all the guys he can dread return back, but Elishnorn, Angel of Despair, Iona, and he's got an additional Ichorid, a third Ichorid, actually. He's got two in the main. He's got an additional Breakthrough, he's got Dark Blast, so I like the Dark Blast. We've seen Andrew get that turn 1 Hierarch several times, and you know, being able to just deal with a Hierarch in general,
Yeah,
stopping some of that
second Dark
Exalted.
Blast almost certainly coming in.
Yeah.
The Elvish Norn in a sideboard is
Yeah, that's another good one.
more for Dredge Mirror.
Mhm.
The race to who can put an Elvish Norn into play 1st
Mhm.
is often the name of the game.
But I still think it does some work here too, though. If he
Yeah,
wants
I don't know if he wants like any of the fatties. I don't know if he has room.
Okay.
I feel like Iona is just like for the monocolored decks.
Right. I don't see him bringing in Iona. But the
Angel
Dark Blast.
Despair for like single permanent kind of big time things.
Right.
But I mean, I like Icarid. I like Breakthrough.
What
I
about
think Icarid's pretty
Firestorm?
good here.
Firestorm's one that I haven't even played with or against that card in years.
Yeah, I think I mean I'd bring in Firestorm against things like elves or things like goblins.
Yeah, something
but,
smaller guys, but these guys are a little too fat.
Yeah, with these guys, I mean, I guess you can probably, I mean, you can get a Noble Hierarch and a Stoneforge, or like a Noble Hierarch and a V-Click, or I mean, there are even times where you'll be able to get the Knight, but I don't know if it's necessarily what you want to be doing against a deck that has access to counter magic. I think Firestorm is good against creature decks that don't have blue.
Fair. Okay. Think the Ancient Grudge comes in? I didn't catch if you said that. We know he's playing, it's obviously a Stoneforge Mystic deck.
I'd say the Ancient Grudges are coming in.
All right, do we have a mulligan situation here?
Both mull.
Both mull. Okay,
both
no wonder
going
they
down to
both look
6 cards now.
so sad. Nobody's smiling now.
Here we are in Game 2 at the Star City Games Legacy Open Finals, a match between Andrew Morrow and Adam Prosak. Adam Prosak, no stranger to the top tables here at SCG Opens. Andrew Morrow, not quite as familiar of a face, but proving himself to be quite the player here, piloting Bent all the way to the finals in this 296-person Legacy field.
Yeah, and Adam Prosak, of course, one we all recognize, Superman, right? Recently moved back to Cincinnati.
Yeah, this is his hometown now, so pretty easy
Defending the
for him
home
to
turf,
make the trip.
Yeah, and he's like, after I win, I just got like a 15-minute drive home or 10-minute drive home. That must be nice.
Did he actually say that?
Well, he didn't say that, but he does have a very short drive home.
I
I
envy
think.
that.
Yeah.
And I wish I could go home.
Like quickly after, yeah. Like you wish it wasn't gonna be.
I'm
plane
actually,
ride away.
Prosak goes to 5.
Oh, Prosak going to 5.
Again, I mean, he went to 5
he
last
did,
game.
he did.
And
It's still up there from last game.
Yeah.
It's still up on our teleprompter that Prosak mulls to 5. Well, I'm just saying it's accurate again.
Just repeat it.
There you go.
I mean, he's just longing to 5 every game, casually.
It's his thing,
Winning
you know?
on turn 4 anyway.
That's the tech. You play 8 copies of Careful Study and mull to 5 it, and then top deck one. Top deck one of the Careful Studies.
Now, one of the things that's interesting here is
Tom Ma's tweet to us.
Tom Ma's answer to our final question.
Yeah.
I appreciate that a lot.
Me too. All right, now we've got some action. So Gemstone Mine gets wasted. Wasteland. So Adam's mulligan possibly not so great after that Wasteland. Okay, so he's got a land. That's good. I thought he might not even have a follow-up land.
Yeah, I mean, when he's playing that few lands and he against a 5, it's pretty unlikely that he has a second one.
Yeah, so City of Brass. Andrew has a second land, well, third land, but no turn 2 play. And we've got Cabal Therapy from Adam. Naming.
And named Tormod's Crypt. I assume.
Oh, we see Jace, Path, Swords, Fetch Land, and Tormod's Crypt.
Yeah, and that seems...
And judging from the fact
Pretty
Crypt is
reasonable.
still there, I'm guessing Adam named something else other than Tormod's Crypt.
I'm also surprised that Path and Swords, both of them still in the
Yeah,
deck.
I didn't, he's got 2 and 2
Yeah,
Path.
he does have quite a few dead cards, so...
Alright, so Andrew plays the
Wisely
Tormod's
putting
Crypt,
it
yeah,
away,
before
yeah.
it gets therapied away. Where Adam has the opportunity to therapy it away. So an imp for Adam. And Andrew's gonna have a Jace next turn if he hits his land drop here. And
Yep.
Imp goes on a path to exile Adam with no basic lands, and Andrew likely very aware of that. And Jace the Mind Sculptor off a fetch land.
Yep, and he's going to grab himself a few more lands here, and now that he has a Jace in play, and he knows that Adam doesn't have access to a Dredge card because he would have discarded it to the Future Imp.
Right.
He can
Start Fate Sealing away, yeah.
start Fate Sealing away here.
And with the Tormod's Crypt as some insurance there, it's really going to be tough for Adam to do too much here, I think.
Yeah, and I think Andrew's probably just going to remove Adam's library from the game. Does the card have Dredge on it? If it does, you put it on the bottom. If it does not, you leave it on the top. Alright, he leaves it on the top. Passes the turn. And what is it? It's land. And that seems perfectly fine.
Alright, so Jace has something there threatening him. An Archamoeba. And we've got a Fate Seal situation happening here. Yeah, I'm gonna look and think and bottom.
Yep.
Man, Adam would have been drawn hot apparently.
Careful study.
Okay.
Alright. Let's see what Adam draws for his turn here. And he drew a Dark Blast. And, you know, as long as Andrew doesn't play a target for that Dark Blast, Adam's going to be in a world of trouble here. But Andrew knows that Adam has access to Dark Blast in his deck, so he may just be thinking to himself, like, well, what does Adam have in his hand? Like, would he have kept a hand that had no Dredger like that? Is that really good enough? And as a result, he may think to himself, well, he must have some card that has Dredge. And a Batterskull comes down. So.
And we got a Dark Blast.
Yeah, and Dark Blast comes down. And then Adam's going to take a little bit more damage from this. Ooh, and Adam flips into Stinkweed Imp, Golgari, Grave Troll, and Ichorid.
Alright. Jace ticks up. Fate Seal you, put it on the bottom. In with Batterskull, I'm guessing. Alright.
Beep beep.
Gain 4. Put you to 13. Go. I mean, you got Batterskull and Jace on board and a Tormod's Crypt against Dredge. You're in good shape. Wonder what's left in Andrew's hand. He's got at least a Swords left still, right? And there's an Ichorid.
Yeah, single Ichorid coming back. And then a Golgari, Grave Troll getting dredged. And that's an Ancient Grudge. Gonna be pretty good here.
Yeah, that's something Adam's not sad to see, but you know, Andrew's got plenty of untapped mana right now, so he can just return the Batterskull.
Yeah, I mean, if the Ancient Grudge attempts to target the Batterskull, Adam can also force Andrew to use the Crypt by using the Ancient Grudge.
That's true.
Go ahead and attack with the Ichorid, and the Ichorid, while trying to cross the street to go, you know, put its tentacles into Jace the Mind Sculptor, instead, the Ichorid gets hit by a car.
Yeah. By a bus. Yeah. I think is
the Flintstones car with
exactly
little feet on
it's the Flintstones car.
Yeah.
And are we?
I think we're going on to a game 3.
I think so too.
Yeah, that would be
Either that or
reasonable. Adam decides to pack it up.
Yeah. All right.
All right, one more game
All
to
right.
decide who's going to be the Star City Games Legacy Open champion.
For all the trophies.
Yeah, all the marbles.
I don't
The
know.
whole
I haven't
shebang.
seen any marbles, but there are trophies, so I'm guessing he wins the trophy.
It's filled with marbles.
Oh, the trophy and the marbles.
Yes,
all the
the
marbles
marbles
plus the
inside.
trophy. That's pretty
But
good.
I mean, you know, at most of these events, you know, you win a trophy with marbles in it, and they're just normal marbles. But the great thing about the Star City trophies is that the marbles are actually magic beans,
Whoa,
and
that's
I don't even know what they do.
Well, they're magic, so they must do something impressive.
Yeah.
All right,
I
so
imagine they do.
what's that? They grow magic cards, maybe. They're just packs of Dark Ascension.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Just
Oh, Andrew again in the groove. I like it.
Somebody playing music over there?
I mean, he's got some head music going.
Yeah.
It's good.
Feeling good. I mean, he just took that game. I would have felt pretty good about my chances that game. You have Jace, you have Batterskull, you've got Tormod's Crypt.
Yeah, he had a lot
And,
going for him that game.
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
Now, Adam gets to be on the play here. Dredge on the play, a very dangerous thing.
Yeah.
Adam also has mulligan to 5 in both of these previous games, and Andrew was only able to squeak by in one of them.
Yeah.
And that was when he had multiple hate cards.
Yeah.
He had a Tormod's
And
Crypt
a
on the table,
Planeswalker.
and a Jace on the table.
And a
So-
Batterskull. So
and a
he-
Batterskull, which is actually surprisingly good against Dredge, as I mentioned.
Yeah, right, exactly.
I mean, it's not good in the sense that, I mean, it costs too much mana to actually be good, but
Right. When you get the opportunity to get it into play, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So Gemstone Mine and a Lion's Eye Diamond for Adam.
and I mean, if you're Andrew, you just have to let that resolve. Ooh.
Oh, he goes force the Lion's Eye Diamond. And
I don't
we've
think you
got
can do that. Yeah, I think-
Faithless Looting.
Yeah.
Didn't quite see what he removed for the force, but
Well, it looks like a blue card.
I would
So at
assume
least
it's a blue
he's,
card.
at least he's playing fair. Andrew down to 19 here after that force. Adam pondering his decision here.
So apparently LED is either Black Lotus or Hymn to Torok.
Yes. Both of those are pretty decent cards, I hear.
Yeah.
All right, Andrew going ahead and sacrificing Windswept Teeth. A foil Windswept Teeth. Let's see,
And we're going to see Land Hierarch here.
that would
Oh,
be
no, just
ideal.
land go.
Yeah, he
Okay.
grabs a Trap Cloud.
Golgari Grave Troll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he hits Bridge and a couple Dredgers, I think.
Yeah, and another Leyline. I'm sorry, not
Looting.
Leyline, Looting.
Yeah. Hope he doesn't just decide to start playing Leyline of the Void. Just in the middle of this game here.
Yeah, I don't think he'd want to side in those Leyline of the Voids against Andrew Mara.
No.
Not very effective here.
Not really going to do too much.
Yeah.
I've
I mean, his Tarm
Taken
Ghosts are
care
getting
of-
pretty big anyway.
yeah. Snapcaster Mage. You were just a 2/1 flash.
Alright, now Adam mulling over his options here. Let's see what he has. Double Gemstone Mine is going to be, somewhat precarious for him. Eventually, those will run out of counters, and he's going to be in a rough spot.
Yeah, so I see one Bridge in there, and he's got 2 Lootings in there to flashback when he has the mana available. Brainstorm from Andrew.
Yeah, I mean, he just drew multiple Brainstorms out of his Brainstorm. Let's see what he's able to do. He sacrifices another Windswept Teeth. And then he's going to Brainstorm again.
Lots of brainstorming going on here from Andrew.
And he's just, I think, he wants to find a Tormod's Crypt.
Yeah. Tormod's Crypt would be nice here.
Would not be too shabby at all.
Right, draws Windswept. There's the Tormod's Crypt.
There it is. Notice how he paused when he hit the Tormod's Crypt?
Yeah.
Yep. Those are things that are fun to pick up on when you're doing
Right.
commentary, because you can start using them
In
Actual
actual
gameplay,
matches, yeah.
yeah.
It's like, oh, he stopped there. Saw something.
Yeah, when somebody draws their card and then pauses for a moment and just like freezes,
Yeah.
it's usually a sign of strength. So that's something you should look for when you're playing your games of Magic. Like if you're worried about your opponent top decking something, or if you're wondering if they drew a specific card their last turn, just watch your opponent when they draw their card. They lean back in their chair, they pause, if they have like hiccup in any way, start breathing more heavily. Those are all signs that they drew like a specifically strong card. Here Adam goes, dredging away 6 cards by dredging that
And,
Golgari Grave Troll.
Another Bridge and another Looting.
Yep. with that Grave Troll in play. And another Gemstone Mine comes down. He's going to tap all 3, and he's flashing back this Faithless Looting.
Yeah.
That's going to return 2 Golgari Grave Trolls from Adam's graveyard back to his hand, and it's going to put an additional 12 cards into his graveyard.
Yeah, so troll number 1.
Troll number 1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gets an
Okay.
Icarid, an Imp, another looting, the 4th looting, in fact. Another Cabal Therapy. Careful Study there. Narcomoeba. I think I said another Cabal Therapy. I don't think there was a first one, but alright, troll number 2. And yeah, in response, we've got the
Crypt gets cracked.
Yeah. Crypt removes the graveyard. So he did that in response to what, the Narcomoeba triggering
Yes.
to come into play? Okay.
And I mean, that's kind of an interesting to do that. Adam fully resolved the troll, right? Dredge.
That's what I wasn't sure about. I thought I saw only 6 cards go in, right? He said he fully resolved the first one.
Well,
and
no,
I guess
he began resolving another one. He definitely resolved 2 things. I just wasn't sure if he went the full 6 in the second one. But if you saw 6 go in,
that's what I'm saying is this. He did the full 6 on the first one, and I don't think I ever saw the second one.
okay. Yeah, I thought I saw him start the second one, but I don't know if I saw him finish it.
That's what I mean. That's what I think started happening was, or at least he was getting ready to start the second one, and that's when Andrew cracked the crypt. But I guess that means, I don't think he started the second one. I think the troll was still there, right? But
yeah,
I don't know. It's weird because the looting, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can't respond in the middle of a spell.
Right, exactly.
But you know, there are triggers that occur kind of in the once it's a kind of an interesting space in the world of judging things.
Yeah. I'd like to be a little clearer on how that happened, because it really seemed to me like he either didn't draw the second card or didn't dredge for the second card for the Faithless Looting. But Swords to Plowshares takes care of an Imp, and Wasteland takes care of
Undiscovered Paradise.
Undiscovered Paradise there. And Noble Hierarch in for 1. So Adam has to kind of start all over here, but he's in reasonable shape to get something going with the troll. All right, 2 Narcomoebas.
Yeah, Adam hitting very well off this. Chooses not to flash back another Faithless Looting here. Alright, so Andrew Morrow attacking for 2 now with this Noble Hierarch. Adam Prosak going to dredge this Golgari Grave Troll. And hits another Dredger, plus a Cabal Therapy. It's going to be pretty good now. And despite getting a really nice and juicy Tormod script, it's still not looking great for Adam this game. He's just not doing well applying pressure to his opponent, and that's really no fault of his own.
Yeah, so I think there Adam just drew his second card for the looting, and then discarded. So that was it was just happened so quickly there that we were expecting I think a lot more fanfare.
Yeah. Now, when is Adam returning the Icarid? Didn't he already dredge this turn?
I didn't catch it. I was reading the
I thought he
rules over
this
here.
is the next turn. I thought he had already dredged this turn before he had returned that Icarid. We just get a confirmation real quick.
Jesse, you checking on that right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. We got somebody on that right now just to make sure that that everything's going well here. Yeah, it's something it's important to maintain a proper game state in these types of matches.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, so you see things slowing down there. We're trying to figure out exactly what happened there.
Yeah, now this is kind of an interesting game because Andrew's not applying any pressure to Adam. Like Adam's double Narcomoeba in the air is going to be able to race him. But
he dredged Dark Blast last turn. Okay. And used it to go Hierarch.
yeah, no, we know.
Right.
But he
And then for his draw step, did he dredge? Okay, upkeep. 2 Icarids.
gets
Now
back
he's
at Dark Blast.
dredging the Dark Blast.
And it's looking like Adam's going to win this one. Here he goes, in for 8.
And we've got Swords to Plowshares on one of the Icarids.
And that's going to put Adam back up to 18. But he's still getting in here for 5, and he's going to drop Andrew down to 4 here. And it's rough to be at 4 when you're up against an Icarid and a pair of Narcomoebas.
Yeah, all those kind of fat creatures that Andrew has, and it seems like none of them are showing up.
And another Dark Blast from Adam is going to
Put an end
Andrew
to the
on very few cards.
put an end to the Hierarch there.
Andrew passing the turn. Let's see, does Adam have another creature to remove for this Icarid? It looks like he does. And he's probably going to be dredging back one of these grave trolls. And that's exactly what he does.
Hits a bridge, another Narcomoeba.
Yeah. And
I think Adam Prosak just won.
yeah, I think he just won. And that's
There
it.
it is.
Adam Prosak is our Star City Games Cincinnati Legacy Open champion. Adam Prosak, another trophy to add to his mantle.
Yeah.
I mean,
I hope he has
finals
room.
appearance at the Invitational this year.
Yeah.
Another legacy win. He had a
Very
legacy
impressive.
win last year. The year before that, he came in second in the Star City Games Player of the Year race.
Yeah. Wow.
Adam Prosak, masterful mastery.
Yeah, we saw him in round 1 yesterday for Standard. He won that match and went on to
Lose
lose
every
the
other
next
match